Okay, can everyone hear me now? Okay, fantastic. I am so sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I tried dialing like 3 or 4 times. Anyway, thank you for participating in the poll. I appreciate your feedback. Looks like most of us have attended Qualsys webinars before, so welcome back. Jeremy sends his apologies that he can't be here today. He is at the International Builder Show in Las Vegas, and he says that he finds himself oddly missing the opportunity to interact and talk with everyone today, and he hopes that everyone is doing well, and he can't wait to talk to us soon. So in fact, he should be hosting a webinar here shortly. So, okay, fantastic. I'm glad that you guys can hear me. I'm so sorry about that again. Frank, hi, Neil, Tracy, Ray, thank you for putting your feedback in there so I know what's happening. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll just jump right in because it took me so long to log in. I apologize again. So today we're going to be talking about life safety devices in the IQ panel. So you guys are all familiar with Qualsys, but we'll just do a fast overview. Qualsys is short for Quality of Life Systems. We're dedicated to improving the life and through quality of life through innovation and technology. We really believe in that. We try to make sure that our employees feel the quality of life through spending time with their family as well as working hard, and we think it shows through what we try to put out and things like that. So I'm happy to be here with you guys. And that all starts with the IQ panel. It's an all-in-one security and smart home platform that acts as the brain of your smart home, and its local interface inside. It's the local interface inside your home, and it connects your ecosystem of smart home devices using. It has 6 different radios built directly into the panel. And these radios allow you to control your home both locally and remotely, so it's really nice to have that. A lot of people ask us what the difference is about the IQ panel and other competitors. We don't want to name names, but other devices out there typically have smaller screens for rubber button keypads, and they tend to fall short in hundreds of ways. To make things easier, we've compiled this list, and so you can see some of the major benefits you can enjoy by installing the IQ panel instead. So the 7-inch touchscreen is beautiful, and it looks great on the wall and displays all the information you need easily and in an intuitive manner. We call it all-in-one, not only because it includes things like a camera, dual speakers, siren, and wireless radios, but because you don't need to worry about plugging in those items into the panel when you install it. So it's really simple to install. And all you need to worry about there is running the power line. The integrated panel camera allows you to see who arms and disarms the panel, recording both the date and the time, along with the name of the user who disarmed the panel. We actually have that feature on our panel here in the office, and it's kind of funny to go back and see my face. I try to dodge the camera sometimes. So that's a really unique feature that we have. It's really nice when you leave your house and you're traveling, or you're just, someone needs to stop in real fast. You can see who's arming and disarming your system. The dual path communication allows for both cellular and Wi-Fi radios to work and communicate all signals in and out of the panel. And that redundancy expands your installation locations, and it eliminates the need to find the perfect spot that you sometimes need with other panels. That way, it provides a backup method of communication when the bandwidth of one of the channels drops for any reason. Automatic updates are really nice to have. It ensures that the software is always up to date, and as we continue to improve it, and it works with the panel already installed in your customer's home, and make sure that they have the latest and greatest. The panel was designed to be accessed remotely, and we've had a really tight integration with Alarm.com, more than any other platform on the market. After 3 years of continuing integration together, you have the ability to access and adjust almost any setting on the panel, and your need to roll a truck is kind of eliminated with that. And all these features make it really easy for the do-it-yourself channel, and you can offer that to your customers as an additional opportunity to save a few dollars by installing it themselves. And we've seen dealers like you who have had tremendous success with doing the DIY market. And you can even offer the professional install as a backup for those customers who might think that installing is a little more complicated than they thought. We also have custom help videos built into the panel to make it easy for the customers to help themselves in the most common issues. When I first got my panel, I think I had to use how to connect to Wi-Fi once or twice. Having that video there was really handy to do that. And you can also install your own videos using an SD card, and that's just right in the side of the panel. And then lastly, the custom text-to-speech lets you customize the panel. So you can say Sarah's bedroom door instead of it just saying bedroom door. And it'll actually say the exact names that you type. So that's kind of a unique feature that's really nice to have. Our complete lineup of smart sensors and devices provides the end user with everything they need to know with what's going on in their home at all times. So they're more than just security devices. They provide data. So a door sensor can tell you if a door has been left open or closed, and which could help you reduce energy costs if the air conditioning is running, or eliminate safety concerns such as a toddler running out into the street. You know what, my in-laws even used a door sensor when they had their mom living with them. They used a door sensor to make sure that she stayed in the house because she had a tendency of going for walks and forgetting where she was. So that was kind of a nice feature to have. And these sensors report audibly from the IQ panel via text or email from your Alarm.com account. And it can be custom to chime, speak, and notify the end user as they prefer. So my in-laws had it set up to chime and text, so if they weren't home, they could see it. And they could run home and help her out. Sensors range in purpose from open and close reporting to temperature, environment, and life safety, which we'll talk about a bit today. And devices that allow you to interact with your home, like locking a door or adjusting a thermostat, are really nice to have. We just got a door lock, and we just installed it on our garage door leading to the outside. So that was fun to interact with and things. We can actually lock it remotely and see the status of it. So today we're going to be talking about the IQ Smoke, the IQ Carbon, and the IQ Pendant. As we built the IQ panel, we knew two really important things. A panel connected without connected devices is insignificant. What good is a brain without arms, legs, eyes, or a mouth? We need to connect as many different devices as we could. And second, the devices on the market today were acceptable, but often their technology was not up to today's standards. In order to provide the best experience, we need to partner with other companies that embrace innovation and were working to improve the industry standards. In many cases, we would need to make these devices ourselves. So we're going to start with the IQ Smoke. And it's more than just a noise maker. It's a way to detect multiple fire types, whether you're home or not. So that's really, it gives you peace of mind when you're not home. It has a heat sensor that detects a rapid rise in heat that typically indicates a fire, even without the presence of smoke. The smoke sensor is a photoelectric sensor that helps to prevent false alarms by seeing smoke particles in the air. So it's really unique technology there. If you guys have any questions at all, again, just type it in that question box. And then if we see any, we can talk with it to the group. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. When we first bought our home, I think this is our second home. We bought ours October 2013. It had current smoke detectors, but they weren't connected to anything, so they were just noisemakers. Which is nice when you're sleeping because we need to wake you up, get you out of the house. But if I work 8 hours a day, I'm not home a lot. My husband works too, so I want to make sure that my house is, if there's a fire, I'm notified. So that's really nice to have the smart devices. So an IQ Smoke's connected to the IQ panel, and it'll alert me if it's going off. And it'll obviously send the alerts to the fire department to come out and put the fire out, right? We have two smoke sensors in our house right now. We have one in the hallway where all the bedrooms are on the ceiling, and then we have the other one in the kitchen on the ceiling because my husband, I think, maybe thinks that I'll start a fire when I'm cooking. So hasn't happened yet, but maybe. Let's see if there is any comments. I sound like Jen. I am not Jen. I'm sorry. Sorry, Walter. Josh asks, is there any way to see the slides after the presentation? We are going to actually have the slides, this whole presentation posted on YouTube. If you want specific pages out of it, a lot of them can actually be found on the dealer portal. We'll talk about it later on as far as how to get access and things. And I'll even give you a brief overview of what you can find on it. But it'll have a lot of our, you liked the devices page. That's on there. So you can see all of our devices, peripherals, and all those different things. And you can print it, and you can print as many as you want. So Josh, if you don't have access to the dealer portal, you can actually email me directly if you'd like. My email is Whitney, WHITNEY .white, like the color, at Qolsys.com, and I can get you access after the webinar. Walter, this is an amazing system. I'd have to agree. I really like it. And it's true. Mike says that the smoke sensors can give you a bigger discount with your insurance company. Very true. My parents are looking into getting a system specifically for that reason. They want the discount on the insurance. So they might need a ton of smoke sensors. We'll see. Anyway, if you guys have any other questions, plug it in there. Walter, how do we put your video on their website? The videos that you can use are on the dealer portal, and you can pull on direct. You can pull their file directly from the dealer portal, and you can just put it straight into your website. If you need more help with it, let me know, and I can help you do that if you'd like, Walter. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the IQ Carbon, and it's a vital part of your systems, especially in those states where they require these detectors, and in homes with gas stoves, furnaces, fireplaces, and other appliances. The carbon is monitored around the clock, even when the system's disarmed, so that makes it really unique and really nice to have. There is a test button on the face of the panel, or on the face of the device, excuse me, and you can use that to make sure it's functioning properly, and you can kind of use it as a reset button, I think. There's also a built-in siren in addition to the panel siren on the IQ Carbon. And that siren will actually emit a fire tone, and it alerts the monitoring station of the carbon monoxide threat through the IQ panel. We have 2 carbons in my house, and we have one placed on the wall next to one of our fireplaces. We have a fireplace upstairs and downstairs, and we only have one on the one upstairs right now, and then we've got another one in our kitchen. Again, I think my husband's a little worried about me cooking or something. But, anyway, so we're hoping to get a couple more carbons. We want to get one close to my daughter's room, and we definitely want one downstairs for the fireplace down there. So that's my wish list. It's huge. If you attend any of these webinars, you'll know that my wish list is huge for what else I want. Things to note when you're mounting the IQ Carbon, you want to make sure that you choose places where carbon monoxide could be a threat. My parents have one on the bottom of their floor in the top of their top level of their house by the bedroom. So that's how they use it. Let's see if there's any questions about the IQ Carbon. Let's see. Does combining burglar, fire, and panic devices combine to provide a larger insurance discount than the fire alone? You know what? I'm not sure. I've heard it multiple ways with insurance companies. I worked with a dealer for almost 10 years previous to coming here to Qolsys, and we worked with insurance companies to try to provide discounts, and I think it just varies on what the insurance company deems worthy, kind of thing, along with how big that discount might be. So I think that's more on a case-by-case basis. Let's see. Mike, you want a keynote presentation? I can help you with that. Shoot me an email, and I can work with you and see what you're after, and we can get that for you. Again, my email is whitney.white@qolsys.com. Let's see, what else do we got here? Mike says keep the carbons 5 to 10 feet away from the fireplace so you don't have false alarms. That's a great point. You want to be aware of what the fire is putting out so it doesn't trigger that. It's a really good point. Thank you, Mike. We have a combo product soon. Heat, fire, smoke, and carbon. You know what? I'm not sure. I can find out. Jeremy Blakeney is helping answer the questions today. Let's see if he might know better than I will. So Jeremy, if you can find out for me, that'd be great, and we can let everyone know. What about in the garage for the carbon? You know what? That's a great idea. I think you can put it in the garage. Just in case you have a car running or something like that, you want to be aware if the levels get a little too high. That's a great idea, George. Let's see. Carbons are good in the bedroom hall. That's a fantastic comment, Walter. Thank you. Mike says if we put it in the garage, it might cause false alarms because cars are going in and out. It's a good point. I'm not sure. Again, Jeremy might be able to speak a little bit better. He knows the application a little bit better than I do and the technical side of it. So I will keep you guys posted as he gets your questions. Okay, great comments, guys. Keep them coming. Okay, we will move on to the IQ Pendant. So the IQ Pendant is a one-touch emergency alert device that can be worn around the neck, on the wrist, or even on a belt clip, or you can even put it on in a fixed location like a bedside table. The button, when it's pressed, sends a signal to the IQ panel that medical assistance is needed, and it works within 100 feet of the panel, and that's even outside. So if you're outside but 100 feet within the panel, it'll still work, which is a really nice feature to have. My grandma and grandpa recently moved, my step-grandpa, they recently moved a couple hours from my parents, and so they got some medical pendants with their system. And my grandma swears by these. She might be a little paranoid too, but she has one on her wrist in the bathroom and on the bedside table, and then she also got one for her new husband because he's got some health concerns, and she won't even travel. She won't be gone longer than a day because she's so worried about him. But it's especially useful for people who have medical conditions or elderly folks. We will be having a webinar in the next coming weeks about Alarm.com wellness. So that's kind of some new devices, new sensors that will be really handy, and they're really innovative. I'm really excited about that line. So keep your eye open, and we can get the invite out for that webinar. Let's see if there's any questions about the IQ pendants. Let's see. Can it be programmed to alert silently? Joshua, are you talking about the pendant or are you talking about the carbon? Which ones? Let me know which one specifically you're talking about. The pendant. You know what? I'm not sure if it can be programmed to alert silently. I'm sure it could. Let me check with Jeremy. I use it as a hold-up button in businesses. That is a great way to sell the pendant. That is fantastic. Mike, yes, that is my email, whitneywhite@qualsys.com. Let's see. Let's see. Neil asks, is there any degraduation of range giving multiple walls or concrete walls in a commercial application? You know what? I think you probably want to be aware of it. I definitely advise testing it before selling it to a commercial account, just to be certain that it would work. But anytime you have concrete walls or anything that's really thick, really heavy in between range, it might cause a disturbance. So you definitely want to check that before saying it's a sure thing. Okay, perfect. So waterproof. You know what? I'm not sure. If you guys want to hold on just 1 second, I can find out. Jeremy can help us with that too. Let's see. I think it is it's water resistant, not waterproof. So we want to make sure that you don't want to submerge it, but if you're washing your hands and something might, a little bit of water might get on it. If you're wearing it as a wrist pendant, then it would resist it. It would resist the water. Okay, fantastic. Showers and things are fine, but baths are where you really want to be aware for the pendant. Okay, let's see. I don't think we have any other questions. Perfect. Okay, so we mentioned this briefly on a previous webinar. I wanted to go over it real fast again. We are now offering jam protection, And you've probably heard about hacking or jamming security frequencies to allow someone to access your home. And what they do to jam your system is they send a bunch of signals so the system can't tell what's happening, kind of thing. And then they can't, if someone's trying to break into your home, they can make it real easy to get in. So what we actually have added to the IQ panel is the ability to turn on jam detection. And inside your dealer settings, you have the ability to turn it on. Activating the feature sends a signal to the central station that someone is potentially attempting to flood the RF network, and in an attempt to circumvent the security. The feature is not on by default, so you definitely want to go in there and make sure that it's on if that's something that you want or something that your customer wants. The feature is not on by default, and you can choose low, medium, or high sensitivity levels, and whether or not you want the siren to be triggered inside the home. So whether or not you want to let whoever's trying to come into the home be aware that it's signaling. So that's jam detection. Let's see if there's any, I don't think we have any questions on it yet. Perfect. Okay. The emulator, you guys are probably aware of the emulator. You just go to qualsys.com/emulator. This is a great tool to show your customers how to interact with the system and how simple it is. I love how simple our interface is and how easy it is to figure out where to go. I am not a tech-savvy person by any means. Mike, I just read your comment. Can we get grape jam? That's funny. I'm not tech savvy by any means, and I was able to install our system in about 2 hours. So I really love that about our system. The dealer portal. You do not have access to the dealer portal. You do want to get access. So you can email me directly, or you can email portal@qualsys.com. Either way, I'll get the note and I will give you access. This is what it looks like once you've logged in. And the documentation tab has all of your quick guides, installation manuals, warranty information, how to install things, and things like that. So that's the documentation tab. Sales and marketing materials, you can get, you have the emulator, quick link to it. Here's where your commercials are. So Walter, if you're interested in that, you just hit download and then you're able to put it directly onto your website. And then we even included a way to add your own logo, and you can see tutorials. This is a new section, pre-made emails, and we're going to be adding emails once a month of marketing campaigns. So be sure to check back and see what's happening. In fact, I'm writing one, I think, next week to post. So that's brand new. You can actually send that directly to your customers. You can even send it to current customers, and if you want new customers, things like that. So, and then from here, you can go to training, and here's where you can find the Ask Jenny videos. We're actually in the process of creating more Ask Jenny videos. So if you have more ideas and want to see other kinds of Ask Jenny videos, I would love to see what you have, because we're going to start doing that in the next couple months. You can see other trainings here on how to troubleshoot, customize your training, and things like that. Support, if you are still having trouble installing, you run into a tough sensor that just can't seem to pair, anything like that, here's all of our information to get a hold of us and how we can help. And we have quick links and things like that to make sure. Lastly, we have our marketing store, and here you can find, let's see, order products. If you go to order products, you can see our really neat video brochure. This is a really nice tool to have when marketing to your new customers and showing them this is what it looks like. And it has some videos built in. It even has sales flicks built in. And then you can also get a panel display board. So if you want to sit it in your store right next to the register, it is a stand-up, I think it might be fiberglass, I'm not sure, but it stands up and you can put a panel directly inside so they can interact with it while they can't take it. So that's really nice to have too. Lastly, we have the die cut brochure. So on one side, there's what the panel looks like, and then on the side opposite, the back side, you have all of the features and things that kind of set us apart a little bit. So that is the dealer portal. If you don't have access, again, email me or email, it's not, I misspoke earlier, the email is portalaccess@colossus.com. So definitely get on the dealer portal if you haven't yet. Okay. Oh, good grief. Let's see. Okay, we've got a couple questions. Let's see. Is there an easy way to get my own login to the Colossus dealer right now? My father has his own. I was using that. Yeah. So just email me, Josh, and I can get that for you. Walter says he loves this panel. That makes two of us, Walter. I love it too. Joshua, I've got your email, so I will get with you on the keynote. Let's see. I don't think we have any other questions so far. If you guys think of anything else, just put it in there. So as a thank you for attending our webinar, we're going to give everyone a free IQ pendant, and your device will be sent to the distribution center of your choice when you register for the webinar. So if you're unsure what you put, just let me know, and I'll tell you where your device will be. We should be sending it out within the next week or so to your distribution center, and you can just go in and pick it up. So easy as that. So thank you so much for attending. We really appreciate your time. And let's see if we have other questions. Is there an outside siren coming soon? Mike, that is a great question. I think Jeremy will know more. Let's see what he finds out for us. Perfect. Okay. Great. We'd love your feedback, so please complete the survey at the end of this webinar or when it's sent to you tomorrow in your email. I am new at doing webinars, so I'd love to know what you liked and what you didn't, because I'm going to be trying to get better. So please give me your feedback. Mike, I'll email you and let you know where your pendant will be sent. Cleve, is that how you say? I think that's how you say your name. We will be mailing out the devices, and it'll have to the distribution center. And what they will have is a list of folks who have attended the webinar to get their free device. So it'll be behind the counter instead of actually in stock. So you just go to the front desk, ask for your free device, and they'll give it to you. So it doesn't, we'll provide the stock to them. Fantastic. Okay, if you guys don't have any other questions, we will conclude the webinar. I'll stay on for just a few minutes longer to make sure all of the questions are answered, and if there's anything else you guys have, I'll also be meeting up with a couple of you guys who still want some feedback. Give them the name, like George, you only gave them the name, not the city. I'll get more information with you to make sure that we send the device to the distribution center that you want for sure. So I'll hang on the line, but thank you for joining us. I appreciate your time. Okay, it looks like we've got most of the questions answered. If you guys need anything else, by all means, please email me directly. Again, my email is whitney.white@qualsys.com, and I'd be happy to help you. Okay, thank you so much for attending the webinar. We hope to talk to you soon. Have a good day.